Hi guys, welcome to this quick tutorial. Today I want to show you how you can quickly add animated icons in your Power Apps. Adding this type of icons give your app a more modern feel and also a better user experience for your users. So let's dive in. So right here on my Power Apps, you can see at the background of this text here, you can see an animated icon behind. So I'll select that just to show you this is an image and the source of the image is coming from a third-party link, and that is where the animated icon is being displayed from. So when you go into this URL, it brings you into this website where you can get animated icons for free, and you could search for a particular icon that you need and you see different variations of that. And once you find the one you like, you can do a right click on that, then select copy image link. Okay, now you can go into a new tab and paste that link and it should display that animated image in full screen. So I'll advise you to not do don't select copy link, because when you do copy link, what happens is it's brings back the entire web page for that particular icon. So it's best you do right click and select copy image. So take note of that. So once you've done that, once you say copy image link, you could go back into your app and just change the items in the double quotes, and immediately that image will start showing up. So that's how I was able to add that to my app. One good area I like to have animated icons in my app is on the pop-ups. Okay, so let's say a user is going to perform these actions, either to save, cancel, delete, send reports, or generate PDF. I like to throw up a prompt and also show them an icon before they choose to proceed or cancel. So what I have on my UI here is just the controls without any major configuration. So you can see on the save button here on the on select, I do not have any code written on that, and also other buttons. So we'll be configuring all this such that when I click on any of these, it shows up a pop-up and shows the image for that. So I've also gone ahead to create a pop-up, and you can see the visible is set to a variable now, but I'll set the visible to true just so you can see how it looks like. So what I have on my pop-up is just a text that's going to show the title of the action I'm trying to perform. And there's just an image here, image control without any image, just a sample image, and I have a yes and no action button. So I'm gonna close the pop-up for now. I'll set the visibility back to that variable so I'm able to toggle that. So I'll set it to LOC show pop-up. Okay, so I had gone ahead to create arrays, to create an array of objects for all the icons that I need. You can see for all the icons, save, cancel, delete, send reports, and generate PDF. I have all of those things saved in this collection here called FX animated icons. So on my save button here, I would like to do three things. First, I want the pop-up to show up. Secondly, I want the action text to show, and also the header of the text saying like, are you sure you want to submit, or are you sure you want to cancel, all of those stuff. So I'll create a variable here, say update context. So first I'll create the first variable LOC title, and I'm just going to say save there. So whatever text I put here must match whatever text is on the title, okay, for that selected button. So that will be the first variable there. And also the next would be LOC prompt text. So this would be are you sure you want to save? And the last variable I'll be creating here will be LOC show pop-up, and that will be set to true. All right, so this is the first step. Now I hold on my option key and select save, and that shows up my pop-up. So none of those things are showing here yet because we haven't mapped those variables or tied those variables to these controls. So what I'll do here on this control here, I can say LOC prompt text, and that should show the value. I'll go over here to the image now. So I want to map whatever text was selected. I want to do a lookup on this array or this table here and return just the record that matches the text that has been selected. So to do that, I would say I'll go ahead and copy this text here, and I would say I'll select the image here, then I'll do a lookup here. I'll do a lookup on that array or that collection, and I'll say where the title matches LOC title, which is coming from the variable. Then I'm going to return the URL. Now the URL is the field that has the links. Okay. And lastly, I'm just going to close the brackets. And now we should already see the image showing up for us. And so that's that. You can see how easy that is. So we'll close this. I'm going to come over here to this button, but I'll copy all of the code I have on the save button. I'll go into the cancel button. I'll paste that code in. Then I'll just make some minor changes. So I'll select the save here. I can hit Control or Command D to change both occurrence of a text at the same time. So I can change here to cancel. Okay. Then I'll do same thing on the delete. And I'll change here to I'll do same on the send reports. Send reports. I think this is the way I named it on the variable there. Then I'll do same thing here, and I'll say generates PDF, but this one should be gen PDF, because I think that is how I have named it on this path here. Send report and gen PDF. Okay, so let's go ahead and test now. Let's see. So once a user clicks on that and sees this, animation, it gives them a much more, better user experience. Okay, I'll click on no, and I'll also test for deletes. You can see delete is already showing up. I'll do the next one for send reports. I'll do another one for gen PDF. So guys, that's all I have to show you. You can see how easy it is for you to easily implement this. I want to see what you come up with, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next one.